A big brute of a machine. Euclid's S-18 motor scraper is an excellent example of the old adage, if it looks right, it probably is right, and went on to form the basis of what was to become the very successful S-24 series of machines. From a contemporary Euclid publication dated 1955, this is the first production version of the Euclid S-18. Notice the dimpled front planetary covers, driver's footstep inset into the frame, and the lightning holes cut into the rear scraper wheel hubs, all trademark features of an early 27 LOT Euclid S-18. Physically larger than the first production 27 LOT S-18 model, the 30 LOT Euclid S-18 was the ultimate iteration of the machine. Comparison with the earlier model reveals new planetary covers, revised operator's step, solid rear wheel hubs, a new scraper spill guard, and a beefier appearance. Image dated 1960. The UK began manufacture of the S-18 in 1959 with the model known as the B3 LOT. The external experience closely resembled that of the US 30 LOT series, but with some internal differences, including a Cummins diesel engine and Sims electrical system. New Zealand's only British-built Euclid S-18 working for its first owner, Collison Heron, in Ojai, Southland, stripping overburden to get at a coal seam. The machine eventually migrated to the North Island and worked for Taylor and Cully for several years, before being converted into a water tanker and ending its days back in the South Island at Twizel, where it was written off in an accident. The British-built B3 LOT Euclid S-18 in the hands of Taylor and Cully, photographed in the central North Island, working on the Mangaweka deviation during the 1970s. Taylor and Cully's other S-18 can be just seen behind it. US-based 30 LOT series Euclid S-18 awaits its next job. The machine is fitted with the standard issue Euclid sun cover, non-ROPS, and appears to be in excellent condition for a machine over 30 years old when the photo was taken. There was considerable subdivision work undertaken in the Wellington region during the mid-1970s, and pictured as Taylor and Cully's 30 LOT series Euclid S-18, with operator Victor Burke at the controls, working on a massive subdivision at Kelson in the Western Port Hills, heading back to the Cape for another load. The building of Wellington Airport at Rongotai was a major undertaking in the 1950s, with many contractors from all over the North Island contributing equipment to help in its construction. Some of the major players on this project included Dryden Construction, Auckland, and Taylor and Cully, Hamilton. One of Taylor and Cully's Euclid S-18s is seen here, coming off the top of Moa Point, F and J Bognuda, Wellington, and of course the Ministry of Works, who oversaw the whole project. Eastern Engineering of Ohio were specialists in the construction of rock wagons and bottom dumpers. One of its customers was Euclid, who often requested special builds for its customers. Seen here is an Eastern rock dumper fitted to the early 27 LOT series Euclid S-18. The Euclid S-18 has been sorely overlooked by model manufacturers for years, and to the best of my knowledge, only 2 models of the type exist, and both are expensive. This is by far the best example, and the only one at 1/50th scale by European manufacturer Minotaur Models. If you really must have one for your collection, try Buffalo Road Imports.